Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how you can use the Cloudmersive PDF Connector to insert pages from one PDF document into another and save the combined document separately. It's a super easy connector to use, and it's perfect if you love using Power Automate to reduce the burden of boring administrative tasks. Without further ado, let's dive right in and see how it's done. Starting from the Power Automate homepage, let's click Create and select Instant Cloudflow on the following page. Name your flow if you want to, and then select the Manual Trigger option. When you're ready to get going, click Create at the bottom of the page. From the flow diagram page, I'm first going to retrieve both of my PDF files for this operation. That's going to involve two separate Get File Content actions. First, click New Step and search for the Get File Content action that aligns with the application you want to use. Then, supply your site address and use the file picker to find your file. The second operation is going to be a carbon copy of this, resulting in a different file, so I'm skipping over that part. Now, let's involve the Cloudmersive PDF action in this flow. Click New Step and type Cloudmersive into the operation search bar. Below, select the Cloudmersive PDF connector with the pink logo. From the actions list, search something like Insert, Copy Pages. This should instantly bring up the correct action so you can select it right away. If you've never used this connector before, however, it's important to note that you'll be prompted to include your Cloudmersive API key at this stage. If you don't have one, don't worry. You can visit our website, cloudmersive.com, and quickly register a free account with 0 commitments. This account will yield a limit of 800 API calls per month with access to dozens of other Cloudmersive connector actions. Now let's move on from that stuff. Once we've selected the correct action, we can go about configuring parameters. The first 4 parameters in this connector action are all about making sure Power Automate knows which file is being added to and which file is becoming absorbed. To set that up correctly, first click on the Source PDF file bar and select the Dynamic Content option File Content from whichever file is donating its contents. Make sure you pay attention to the order that Power Automate puts the PDFs in, or this step can get a little turnaround. After that, reach back into the relevant Get File Content action and copy the file name into the relevant parameter. Now, you can repeat those 2 steps for the destination PDF, just like we did before. Once that's done, you'll be able to decide which pages from the source PDF should join the destination PDF and where that should occur in the destination document. Just randomly so you can see how this works, I'm picking pages 1 and 2 from my source PDF, and I'm asking those pages to be placed before the first page of my destination PDF. With the contents of the files I've chosen, this won't make any actual sense, but hopefully you can see how useful this is for rearranging official documents, PDF versions of PowerPoint presentations, and so much more. When you're ready, we can now wrap up the flow by creating our new PDF file. Click New Step and type Create File into the operation search bar. Select the action you want, and then once again define your site address. Below that, you'll need to include the desired folder path, file name, and file contents of the new PDF file. All of this is pretty straightforward. Just remember to click on the File Content parameter and select Output Content from this operation via the Dynamic Content window. Now you can click Save and begin testing. Once your flow saves, click Test in the upper right corner and check the box to trigger manually. Below that, click Test again, followed by Continue and Run Flow. The flow should take a few seconds around the connector action stage, but after that you should see nice green check marks all over the place to indicate the flow ran smoothly. To confirm if something worked in Power Automate, you can almost always either check your destination folder for the new file, or simply look within the body of the Create File action after the test is complete. It's just that simple. Power Automate does all the other heavy lifting as usual. That concludes this video. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more Power Automate tutorials in the near future.